Hello, this is Nefi Varela, and in this video, I'm going to talk about mechanisms to regulate blood pressure. And I'm going to start here with the baroreceptors. Baroreceptors sense stretch. So they are stretch receptors. They are located in our aortic arch and the carotid notch. Okay, so as I said, they respond to stretchiness. And I'm going to make an emphasis here because this is going to apply for all the other mechanisms that I'm going to describe. Vasoconstriction is going to increase blood pressure. Vasodilation will decrease it. Okay, so vasoconstriction will increase blood pressure. Okay, so if we have low stretch, so if we don't have a lot of stretch, we don't have like a lot of blood coming here, but receptors are going to send a signal to our sympathetic nervous system. Okay, and this will cause vasoconstriction, increasing blood pressure. If I have a lot of stretchiness, well, I'm going to send a signal to our sympathetic nervous system, causing vasoconstriction and decreasing our blood pressure. Just think about it. If we don't have like a lot of stretch, that means problems, right? We don't have a lot of blood going there. So I'm going to activate my fight or flight response, causing vasoconstriction, increasing the amount of blood and the pressure that goes to that area, right? Even our aorta or our carotid notch. Okay, same with the other one. So if I have a lot of stretchness, I want to relax. I'm going to activate the sympathetic, like the parasympathetic response, causing vasodilation, decreasing blood pressure. So it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. And now here with the sympathetic nervous system, I describe it next because it's pretty similar. Now I have epinephrine going to the beta 1 or beta or alpha 1 receptor. Those are adrenergic receptors, okay? These will cause an effect in inotropy, lusotropy, chronotropy, the thing that I described in the previous video. So that can cause two things: increasing the stiffness of the slope, that will final result, increase heart rate, or increase the contractility or relaxation, okay? So that has something to do more with the calcium, and those systems are going to work together to increase blood pressure, okay? Myogenic receptor. So myo is for our muscles. So this one is going to be specific, and I'm going to have again a stretch stimulus. So pretty much as our muscle spindle. Muscle spindle, when we stretch, we create contraction. So we're going to have muscle contraction by increasing the concentration of calcium. And that will also cause vasoconstriction. Vasoconstriction will cause an increase of blood pressure. Okay. Now I have these paracrine responses named active hyperemia and reactive hyperemia. In active hyperemia, I'm going to increase metabolic activity. One of the products of metabolic activity is CO2. So CO2 is not good. Okay, we don't want CO2, we want oxygen. The levels of oxygen will decrease, and nitric oxide is going to be the main cause of that. Okay, so that will increase. As a response, we will make vasodilation. We want more fresh blood going there, and that will decrease blood pressure. Same as the other one. The other mechanism, we're going to have clot or injury. Clot of injury will, again, decrease our levels of oxygen and increase our levels of carbon dioxide. Just think about it. We have an injury, we have a clot, less blood is flowing. So we want more blood flowing. How? Creating vasodilation. So we have nitric oxide again, and adenosine will be a powerful vasodilator. So by adenosine, we'll achieve vasodilation and decreasing our blood pressure. Finally, we have this called ischemic response, where we have low blood pressure. This signal is going to be sent to our medulla oblongata in our brain, will cause vasoconstriction, increase heart rate, and final result, increase blood pressure. So now I'll describe this name, a RAS system, making reference to two hormones named angiotensin and aldosterone. Everything's going to start here pretty similar as the other ones by a decrease of blood pressure. Also, a decrease of main arterial pressure. This signal is going to be sensed by the kidneys that is going to release this chemical named renin. Renin will go to the liver where we'll create this named angiotensin 1. Okay, they'll be activated. Okay, then angiotensin 1 will go to the lungs where it's going to interact with this A, C, E to form angiotensin 2. Now, angiotensin 2 will have three effects: vasoconstriction, production of aldosterone, and ADH. Okay, so vasoconstriction, we know that story will increase blood pressure. Aldosterone will make we will make us to reabsorb H2O by the activation of the sodium potassium pump. So by increasing the concentration of solutes, in this case salt, more retention of salt, water is gonna follow it. So we'll increase our blood volume. Okay, and that will cause increase of blood pressure. And the other one in ADH will activate aquaporin 2 channels. So it will facilitate the reabsorption of H2O, water. It will increase blood volume. Finally, will increase blood pressure. To inhibit the RAS system and decrease hypertension, there are three main things that we can do. ACE inhibitors. So by stopping that in the lungs, we'll stop the creation of angiotensin 1, so that increase of blood pressure will not be achieved. Angiotensin 2 inhibitors, so again, same effect, and renin inhibitors. So even earlier, we'll never create angiotensin 1, and blood pressure and main arterial pressure, that's a hard word to say, will remain low. So that's pretty much the same. Remember, the main idea is that vasoconstriction will increase blood pressure. Vasodilation will decrease it. And that can be achieved by a sympathetic parasympathetic response or by the need of different chemicals or nutrients molecules in our blood as our oxygen, or be like the result of a product of osmosis. So that's pretty much it. I hope you like my video, and that's everything for the fourth question.